Hello again. We've got another pay-per-view, The King of the Ring 2002. Well, we're going to kick things off with a good, quick match. Cruiserweight Title. I think Cruiserweight Title match is a good way to get the crowd pumped for the show. So here we go. Hurricane and versus Jamie Noble. I like this story. I'm going to keep it going, except I'm going to change the result. Change the feud a bit. Jamie Noble does go over here with the double underhook powerbomb I think he was using at the time, so we use that. Then we go into the King of the Ring finals, both back-to-back matches. Both of these next ones are the ones. It's the first time Raw versus SmackDown since the previous show. Rob Van Dam versus Brock Lesnar. First time ever this is happening. Brock Lesnar goes over RVD. Following thing is Booker T versus William Regal. Oh, by the way, both of these, Vince McMahon is now in full control, and he is not too happy that Booker T is doing so well in the King of the Ring tournament. He is very much afraid of Booker T winning anything because he still sees him as the WCW guy. He says he never wants to see a WCW wrestler wearing a belt in his federation or winning the King of the Ring tournament, winning the Royal Rumble, any of those things he doesn't want. He is stuck with Booker T's contract because before Ric Flair got ousted, he made sure to protect Booker T from that happening. Okay, so Booker T does go over here though, and he beats William Regal. Okay, he's going on, and it's going to be Brock Lesnar versus Booker T. A match that has never actually happened, as far as I know. Okay, then we get into tag team titles. The Hardys are taking on Raven and Steven Richards, who actually did team together on Heat. I don't know if they made a big deal out of it, but I would have made a huge deal out of it. They don't go over here, but they do put up one hell of a fight. Raven is no longer Hardcore Champion. The Hardcore title is disappeared. It was merged with the Intercontinental title just before RVD lost it. So, yeah. Then we go on to the Intercontinental title match. And we've got a stipulation here. If D'Lo loses, he must no longer use the lowdown, which is his frog splash. So it's Eddie Guerrero versus D'Lo Brown. Now Eddie Guerrero is going over, but I'm still going to be doing some stuff with D'Lo down the line. Not sure on pay-per-view, but definitely want to do some more stuff with him. Then we have the crowning of the new WWE Tag Team Champions, because Vince has decided that each brand is going to have a version of their own tag titles. I know this is coming out a little bit earlier than what actually happened, but I figured I got some cool tag teams on SmackDown, and I didn't really have that many left really on Raw. I had the Hardy Boys and I had the Acolytes. That's it. And then I had Raven and Steven Richards and leftover X Factor guys. But yeah, I'm gonna use them. So this is like an unofficial crowning. It's a four corners match, elimination style. Edge and Hulk Hogan versus Billy and Chuck, with Rico versus the Dudleys versus the Un-Americans. Now, what would happen in here is the Dudleys would be the first eliminated. Then the Un-Americans would get eliminated by Hogan. Then Billy would pin Edge. We got and the new tag team champions are Billy and Chuck. Because you're going to be doing some stuff with them later on. Anyway. Okay, the semi-main event. Brock Lesnar versus Booker T. Now, Booker T is pretty well established. He's done what he needs to do. He's gotten all the way to the final. He's beaten some pretty big names going into this. But, what the hell? Brock Lesnar is going over. He's going to be the king of the ring, and he's going to challenge the champion, whoever that is, at SummerSlam. Which is a good thing. I think should have had the King of the Ring continued on. I think that would have been pretty cool. So here we go. The main event, the rematch: Triple H versus Chris Jericho. And we're gonna have some stuff to take care of coming up here. Shawn Michaels has debuted, and he hasn't wrestled yet. I'm going to keep his wrestling debut until later on. So, yeah, that's what's going on here. Shawn Michaels is backstage with Nash. They're watching the match along with X-Pac. And just incredible. So, essentially, it's the Clique is the main guys. Yeah, so they're watching the match. They're back there going. Oh, and Vince McMahon is kind of unhappy because he's got the NWO and he's got full control of his company again. He's not happy about this. So, yeah, and the NWO are like, well, we're here, we're in now, and we're not leaving. And that includes Triple H, who is the son-in-law. And this is going to be really interesting when I bring in the general managers, which will be 1 week before Vengeance. So Triple H versus Chris Jericho. I'm going to have Jericho go over here because not Jericho. Triple H go over. I'm going to have Triple H go over here because last time Triple H didn't get a good run with the belt, and he's going to continue on here. Alright, thank you very much for listening. We'll be back with Vengeance.